Well, greetings, subscribers. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. And today we are setting up our new GE profile Opal 2 NUGGET Ice Maker. And this one's with the extra large side tank, which basically, after receiving it, could have been anything. But yeah, I can't believe the size of the box this thing actually came in. It was a little bit of a surprise when I saw Amazon getting it. And here is the unit, just running it through a clean cycle per their instructions. Some people try to skip this part, which is not recommended. So pretty simple process. 1 teaspoon of bleach along with 5 cups of water. You just put that in the reservoir, run it through the clean cycle, and yeah, basically it's just circulating everything through. And it makes sense. You'd want to do this anyway, since it's brand new, from manufacturing. Just get all that stuff out. So once this kind of sucks everything down and cycles it through, then you drain that all out with the little hoses in the back here. So you just pull this and pull these down, drain them out into the sink, which is why I have it set up right here. And then we'll fill it up and run that with just clean water a few times, and then take it from there. I'll probably do a time lapse with a little clock running to see how long this thing takes. Supposed to be like less than just a few minutes to start pumping out some nugget ice, and we'll see what the timing's like, and then we'll just kind of follow it through till the bin is full, and take it from there. So anyway, stay tuned. All right, so I'm using some good filtered water here to run through this, so we're not going to ever run any tap water through. But not exactly sure why this cleaning light is still blinking. I mean, we already drained that out and recapped it, so we'll do what we're supposed to. And for some people out there probably wondering, hey, we've got this LG thin Q refrigerator that has the ice in the door and also has this stuff, the ball ice. So yeah, we've got like 2 ice makers here, and I must say this refrigerator replaced our other LG that the compressor went out. And yeah, price wise for the compressor, trying to find that and everything else, yeah, it was pretty much almost a wash just getting a new refrigerator. And with the round ice and this thinner ice maker. Here, let me dump this. We kind of thought that was going to be a good thing, because this is the ice maker itself, and it's got this bin, but this thing cannot keep up. I mean, you only get a little bit out of it, and then even on the fast ice setting here, which we have running all of the time, it's just not enough. And then this thing has some stupid features that we don't use. One of the things is this little speed kind of door here, so you can just grab stuff. And it had a plastic partition, and none of this stuff would get cold. So you could really crank this thing all the way down. None of it would get cold. So I removed that little plastic partition that was here. It's helped, but still. And then the other thing, the other complaint with this is I'm not sure who they're making these for. The shelving layout and design is absolutely horrible. The other one had more positions. So in here, it really doesn't matter kind of how you lay this out. If you run this all the way up to here, you can then fit like milk containers. And but then you have like a little shelf that's like this big, and you can't run this any higher than this. So I think they make these for maybe the JDM market, for smaller containers and whatever they like overseas and what food manufacturers make. But anyway, back to the back to the item at hand. So yeah, this finally stopped. So we're gonna go power, and you know it's a bit noisy, not too bad. That's the fan in the back. So I'm not sure exactly where I'm gonna put it. I was gonna put it here. Man, just barely fits underneath the cabinets. But you know, finish the cleaning cycle. Just hold this 3 seconds. It'll go, start sucking that water in, and yeah, nice little rinse cycle. So you can see the water getting pulled down. It'll run that through, drop it down back into the reservoir, and then we'll just pull this little plug here and let it drain down into the sink. We'll do that. I think it says in here, repeat 4 to 8 times. So we'll give it a nice clean cycle. And then, yeah, there's your bin. Fits on the front. 3 pounds of ice. And with the XL, there's nothing mechanical about this. So, you know, you could theoretically put almost anything there on the side and just hook the hose up to the back, because that's basically all that it has. And how this little mechanism works is it's just got kind of like what you have on a wet vac. You know, it's just a little plunger that's closed, and when you push that down, the little plunger pops up. So this will sit here on either side, depending on how you put this little plastic clip, and just set it underneath. But there's your clean cycle. Just running some water through it. I'll probably rinse this thing out the same, and we'll get it hooked up. And then, like I said, we'll do time lapse, or at least get the stopwatch on there. See when it starts making ice for the very first time. And just make sure you rinse this out really good. Soapy water is good enough. And oh, and also don't forget to rinse out this stand too. You know, get all those manufacturing chemicals out. All right, here we go. Oh, and first things first, although I didn't do it, I could see how you could. Make sure you hook up this B-side tank hose to this little stand. I'm not going to put it under here just yet, because still got to rearrange some stuff, figure out where this thing's going to go, and make sure that it fits underneath these builder grade cabinets. But I just say that because I just filled this up with some good filtered water, and just realized, oh yeah, I'm gonna dump that onto the stand without the hose hooked up, and it's gonna pour a gallon of water out onto the countertop. So stick that in there, and that's gonna go fill up the reservoir. We'll get this thing powered on, making ice. So yeah, I imagine with a gallon of water, plus with this thing melting and recirculating, yeah, I'm sure it's going to be fine. And interesting point too about the cleaning. I think if you don't have this thing running all the time, and you just got some stagnant water sitting in the bottom, you probably want to clean it. You know, follow these instructions. Clean it often. However, yeah, I never clean this. Change out the filter, and that's about it. So I think we're gonna go through enough ice, especially with football parties, barbecues, whatever. This is gonna be a godsend. So yep, we'll start the timer now, and you know, come back and see how long it takes to get some good ice nuggets. All right, well, there's 3 hours of run time, and we basically have a full batch of Nugget ice. Yeah, and this thing does come with a little plastic scooper. And yeah, since it's the first batch, I will probably throw this all away, but just tasting a little bit of it, uh, yeah, it's pretty good. So get that in the nice little Mopar glass. But yep, that's your Nugget ice. And as you saw at the beginning of the video, this thing started cranking out nuggets at 3 minutes in. So, you know, yeah, it takes a little while to get this bin full, but yeah, very, very impressed. Not impressed though is their little app. So they sent a little card about the profile, connecting this to their smart HQ, which is basically, you know, covers all of their appliances, and you can integrate it in with Lexus and other stuff. But yeah, so I downloaded the app, and yeah, it's crap. So here's the app. Setup was kind of stupid. So one thing on the back of this label, it does not have a Wi-Fi password or anything for discovery. So you got to kind of let it sit and go through the motions in order for it to find the device. Then once it's connected, you can then get it on Wi-Fi. And I mean, the instructions are pretty basic. You just press power and light at the same time. Little Wi-Fi indicator will flash. It'll let you pair. But again, the menu was like really bad. And on this too, I initially saw that this was not correct. So I've got the Opal Ice Maker. When I went to check status, it was either on off or defrosting, which it's not. It's actually making ice. So I don't know, maybe that's whatever, update or something. And then you can use the app to dim the light or turn it off or turn it back on. So and then you can go into a schedule, set up a new schedule, and you know, get this thing to be on. Don't really care about any of that because we'll have this on all of the time. But there you go, making ice. And yeah, a couple little things I would say to begin with. As you saw, this tank emptied pretty fast because I initially started this up and did not put water in the bottom, so it kind of sucked out 5 cups immediately. Gave me a little warning about add water, and then after that it was fine. And yeah, kind of go from there. I'm gonna pull some of this ice out, run another batch, and just leave this running. You can kind of tell pretty quiet. Got the air vents on both sides, so that's going to determine pretty much where I might put this. Probably over here on this messy side of the counter, and then just a vent in the back, a fan blowing, and not really too noisy, and it wasn't making any noise online either. Now, initial complaints obviously would be size, but you know, it's got to be what it is to get you that much ice. And price, because this is stupid expensive. This with the Wi-Fi, with the extra 1 gallon tank, yeah, pretty pricey. I got this on Amazon, and just word of advice with some of the reviews online is buy it from a place like Amazon, Best Buy, or some place that's going to give you a warranty. Some people have not had a problem with this. Other people have been complaining at about 12 months or so, right about when the warranty expires. They've been having problems either with the fan or the little corkscrew part that puts the ice crystals through to make the nuggets, and that starts squeaking and making a lot of noise. So I bought the 3-year extended warranty. That was $99 on Amazon through I think it was Azuron, the same people that do the cell phones. So you know, at least it's safe. If you have any kind of problem, they'll either replace it or just give you your money back. So that's well worth it when you're spending this much on this device. So anyway, hope you enjoy it, and I'll probably do a follow-up in, you know, maybe a couple months, like maybe 6 months, see how things are going, and you know, how it's holding up. and how much we use it or don't use it. Probably going to use it a lot, because with like the freezer bin on the stupid LG refrigerator, probably going to take this and dump it out. But the first test I want to do is just leave this pretty much empty, let this thing go on defrost, or let it melt this and recycle it. So hopefully this bin, once it's full, it will just keep recycling, keep making ice, and as you pull it out, it'll pull from the tank. So that's the plan anyway, and we'll kind of go from there. So like, subscribe, and see you on the next one.